Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jay Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. It's Scott and the J Squad tonight. I am here with John Kennedy.
Who? What? No, I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm looking right at you this time. How we got it? That's the other show. I'm here with Joshua Jackson.
What's up?
I'm here with Jacqueline Kaufman.
Hi.
Did I get that right? I got that right. See? It's good. I'm here with Justin Wigton. I still can't get that right.
You got it right.
Did I get it right?
You got it right, Boyle.
Buy a lottery ticket.
And I'm here with our game master for Star Trek Adventures, John Garlick.
I will turn this universe around.
Nice.
Not with us.
If there are shenanigans. All right.
Not with us.
So when last we left the crew of the Opportunity, they were in the process of rescuing a variety of escape pods that had ejected into the big blue cloud following the catastrophic destruction of several of the ships that were following the Fahrenheit. Subsequent to that, you guys had discovered a space hulk floating in the cloud that appeared to be sort of a big metal mollusk shell that subsequently you dragged it out of the cloud. It latched on to the Opportunity, leached off a whole bunch of power, and then began self-repair. When you guys boarded it, there was a few tense moments when
It was creepy as all get out.
when the starfish-like drones / crew.
Chocolate starfish?
No,
10 armed.
10 armed wiggly starfish.
10-arm
they
Willie.
were terrible.
And they shot up the place
Because they're racist.
because they're racist against space monsters.
They were like sea anemones who got handsy. Okay, it was not. I didn't.
But yeah,
But that was later, I guess. After we shot them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They kind of went berserk after you guys began scanning in the computer core.
Yeah, I did do that.
At which point you shot the computer core.
It had it coming.
There was a call for emergency beam out. One crewman was the xenobiologist Ensign Fleetwood was left behind when his badge was shorted out by stray phaser fire by the trigger happy Mako officer.
No man left behind.
Well, you left behind poor old Fleetwood.
You say that, but we left somebody behind.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
We'll just go back and rescue him.
He was just trying to do his job.
Yep. Yeah, the xenobiologist was the only one who didn't decide to go berserk.
Yeah, the one guy who actually made sense. He's the one who got. That sort of sucks.
Okay, so we are going to start off with the introduction of Jacqueline's character. So basically, we're going to zoom in. You're at a staff meeting of the command ranks, and Torchalorn, your
Trusty left-hand man.
trusty left-hand
Third watch commander.
Third watch commander says, this is as an aside while you guys are discussing the ongoing mission to explore the alien ship that's going on right now. But he says, I want to run an idea past you, Captain. I think we should move to four shifts and start using some of these rescuees from the Curie and other, maybe even these new ships, in integrating them into our crew. Because as it is, we are going to be in this for the long haul. We've had a lot of red alerts lately. I have not got any sleep.
Okay. What's Fukuda think of this?
Fukuda thinks it's a good idea.
Are there any on the command staff who have any reservations?
They think that bringing more people on is a good idea.
Okay.
You could start. In fact, you've worked with Zealot Cole in the past. He might be a good choice. We can also try seeing who's who among the new rescue.
Okay. Torch Lorne, bring me a list on how it would impact on moving from 3 to 4 duty cycles, and see where we can slot in, where it would make sense to best slot in the new crew members or the rescuees.
Okay.
And touch base with each one of them. If any of them have apprehension, or if they're at all worried about this, let's line them up to see if they need counselor or discussion. Maybe they need to go to med bay, check out, be checked by the doctor to see if there's anything that might. I want to make sure that they're all duty ready before we just throw them back into whatever's in this quadrant.
Of course. They are going to be necessary, though, for the continued functioning of the ship, I think.
Understood.
About 15 minutes later, he comes back and says that there is that the highest-ranking survivor is an exo from a ship called the Santiago. It was a science vessel that was following the Fahrenheit that was destroyed. Definitely got by the monster.
Okay. Were there pieces of the Santiago disgorged, or was it all on this side of the?
This was immediately recently. This was in the Blue Cloud.
Oh, yes. Recently.
Yes, in the last like 3 hours.
Was that where all the escape pods came from?
A lot of them were. Some of them were from other ships, but it looks like several of the shipwrecked crew were from the Fahrenheit. None of them, though, were the captain or any of his androids.
Okay. Is this crewman currently accounted for? I mean, on board or still in a pod? One of the ones we're fishing out.
She is on board. She has been cleared by medical.
Okay.
And she is coming up to the bridge right now.
What's her background? You got anything in 30
she's
seconds?
A human.
Okay.
And
name would be good.
What? Well, I don't know the name yet.
Okay.
It's
Itika.
Okay.
It is Commander Itika.
Okay.
And she is on the way to the ready room right now.
All right.
So, all right. So, this is a part of the game that we like to call the fashion show, where everybody describes their character and what their general shtick is, their species, what they look like, and what their department is, what they're good at. So, the officer in question walks into your ready room.
Okay.
There's a little blink at the door.
Come in.
Hello.
And you wander in. What do I see?
Let's see. I'm 5'7" human. I have red hair, bright green eyes, very officerly looking.
Muscular, athletic, trim,
kind of in
bulky.
between. Not bulky.
Like kickboxer.
More curvy.
Okay.
But I can still kick butt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And Scott, describe Captain Turnweather.
Turnweather is. This is Staff Sergeant Rosenstein. Atticus Turnweather, Captain Turnweather, is a 5'11", just under 6 feet tall. Not overly muscular. He's, I don't want to say lithe. He's got a
Wiry.
Wiry is a good term. He's got a square jaw, although it's not like, Dirk Square Jaw Sledge Rip Rock. He prefers the rumors that you may or may not have heard about him. He prefers a diplomatic solution. Both of his parents were diplomats, and he is known for creating a starship maneuver called the Turnweather maneuver. And it's basically spin the ship around and hit it from all different sides. He runs, it used to run a science vessel and now is the captain of the Galaxy-class starship in which you have just come on board.
Fantastic.
He is a betazoid, not a human.
Okay.
Yeah, which means he has his irises of his eyes are black and a little larger than they would be on a human.
Okay.
But he makes up for it with a fairly open and trustworthy face. Whether that is real or the product of his very high presence score, is up for debate.
Hooray.
So at that point, you get a very sudden alarm, an emergency hail, where the transporter room says that that the away team is being called back. The disaster has struck, and they're being attacked by the aliens. They, and things are going pear shaped.
Beam them directly to medical.
Okay.
Security Officer Rennan meet to medical immediately in case there's an issue. Beam them straight to medical in case there's any medical emergencies.
All right. Okay. So.
And I want a status update when you're done beaming them.
Yes. So they reappear. We're going to say that Tassas is temporarily incapacitated by a random slap to the head by a starfish.
Okay.
Because the player is absent today. We have the Mako officer, Staff Sergeant Rosenstein. We have O'Neill. We have Tassas. And all of the rest of them except for xenobiologist Fleetwood, who we are going to flip over while you guys are being briefed by on what happened.
Oh, okay. Because we're missing someone?
Yeah, you're missing someone.
Then I'm going to say Ithka, correct?
Ithaca.
Like New York?
That's Ithaca.
Greek.
Oh, Ithaca.
Ithaca.
Commander Ithaca, you may have your first duty on board. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to chit-chat with you more, but I need you to go down. If they said we're missing somebody, I need you to look into it. Let me know what's going on. Okay, so I want her to be briefed because I'm going to start weaponsing and all the other stuff. So,
all right,
I do.
Okay, so so time has passed, and Ensign Fleetwood wakes up on sort of a plastic couch, more or less, a bed that has been sort of extruded out of the floor.
Interstellar psychiatrist.
Okay.
And there is a you see that there is one of the starfish nearby. It has and it looks and it is not in your face, but it is watching with one arm that has sort of eye spots on it.
Okay.
That so it's not just like right next to you to freak you out.
Okay.
But you see that it holds up your tricorder, which they have apparently repaired.
Okay.
It sort of skitters over and holds up the tricorder and begins typing on its interface screen.
Okay.
What are you trying to tell me?
Okay.
I regret hurting you.
Comes out of the tricorder.
So you can communicate.
Types away. Oh. Special guest Google voice. It's being, but it says, have translated.
Okay. I'm sorry for any damage we may have caused or have upset you. We are just curious and wanted to learn more about you.
It begins. It's sort of you. It's at this point that you notice that the creature is sort of droopy.
Process.
It taps it again.
I am dying process.
You are dying.
I am dying process.
Okay. Can I help?
Was shot in brain.
Let me, if it's okay, can I have the device so that I can see if I can help you?
Yes.
Okay, I reach my hand out.
Yeah, it hands you the tricorder. You
Okay.
see, it's been more or less stuck back together, and some of the components have been repaired. The pieces look sort of like it's been sort of stuck back together with very tiny little square chips of metal
Okay.
that have been kind of glued back together in a roughly new formation.
They don't
Staples.
have fingers.
Yeah.
So. Okay, I'm going to scan it to see if I can see any kind of maybe I can tell what the damage is, or
You
based
start
on
and
its
you
composition.
scan the starfish in front of you. That's fine, but then you notice that the lights are flickering, and you begin to scan around, and you see that the gravity is actually fluctuating in here, which is normally on a ship that you're familiar with. The gravity plates are the last thing to go in most cases, but apparently not with a ship of this design.
Okay.
But it looks like something is very wrong. You pick up that there are system failures all over this vessel.
Okay.
You're not on mic.
I'm not on.
Nope. There you go. Now you are.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Let's go look at your control room.
The starfish takes it back. And begins typing.
Best you stay here, no air.
No air. Okay. Do you have the little device that was on me?
Could not fix.
Could not fix it. Do you have it with you?
It's still stuck to your chest.
Oh, it's still here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to see if I can fix my communicator.
Okay. Give me a control plus engineering roll
Okay.
to try to fiddle with it a little bit.
Need me a die.
Oh, here, take 2.
3 and an 8.
All right, those are both going to be successes. So this is going to give you 2 towards your momentum pool. This was just sort of a roll. 1 second while I get the chip. All right. Well, the it looks like these your comm badge is beyond repair, but you could take some of the pieces out and put something with the tricorder, maybe fit something back together for a basic radio signal.
Okay.
But nothing subspace, and it would take some time.
Okay. How long until there's no more air?
It types away.
You will be safe.
Okay. So I'll start working on that.
Okay.
We'll see what I can cobble together.
All right. You see that the starfish takes the device from you again.
Please stay with me, I am afraid.
It'll be okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. So, meanwhile, back with the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you guys have been going over the report, and it does not look good. It looks like the Mako officer shot first when on the first contact situation when the aliens were a little gross looking, and following that, things kind of went reproductive organs up in a very quick fashion.
Great. Okay.
They went cloaca up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to. We had the away team beam directly to medical. I'm going to have Ithaca. I got that wrong again.
It looks like
Ithaca.
the commanding officer is incapacitated by injury for the moment. She's a green bloody mess.
And I've sent Commander Ithaca to med bay, and we will sit down and have a chat soon enough. However, I sent Commander Ithaca. I'm saying it 3 times quickly.
Yes. Ithaca.
To see what happened.
Okay. All right. Okay. So back in medbay, Dr. Thebes is
Working like a madman.
working like a madman. You realize that Tassasis sustained a concussion, but is not severely injured. She's temporarily incapacitated by this for narrative purposes.
Okay.
Looking at the other guys, you see that they have a few lacerations, some bruising. There's high levels of stress due to being in a firefight. You see that the Mako officer beams in with his phaser rifle nearly drained. Looks like he.
Well, good, because I'm going to demand no weapons in my med bay.
Okay. He puts it into a wall charger.
Oh no, I don't think he was.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I understand that maybe he's
Yeah.
shell shocked from the mission. No weapons in med bay.
Okay. One of your nurses comes and takes it away.
Good.
It'll be restocked. But you see that the barrel is still hot, which is unusual because, given the composition of this material, it shouldn't be for normal use. He must have been shooting it a lot.
That's weird. Well, I'll check to his wounds, and
He's covered in sort of this weird dust, probably from a lot of disintegrations, and splashed with alien blood from head to toe.
but Sergeant or
Yes, he was, what was it, Master Sergeant?
Staff Sergeant.
Staff Sergeant.
Rosenstein.
Staff Sergeant, do you have any injuries, or did you make sure all the injuries were provided externally to others?
Where's Mac? No, I'm fine. Where's Mac?
Mac.
That would be
Fleetwood.
One of the you do get a note
Oh.
that that one of the persons did not come back.
I do not know where Lieutenant is it Lieutenant Mac.
It's
or?
Ensign Fleetwood.
Oh yeah.
Ensign Fleetwood.
Mac is a nickname.
Yeah. I don't know where Instant Fleetwood is at this moment, but
I
right
was
now,
providing suppressive fire, and we got beamed out.
well, I need to make sure you are not injured.
I'm fine. We need to go back and get Mac.
I believe the captain will be able to talk to you about that later, but right now, I need to make sure you're not injured.
I'm fine.
Yeah, let me be the judge of that. I start scanning with the medical tricorder.
All right.
Damn you.
He you can't scan for psychosis, so
Oh, I'm a betazoid.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can scan for psychosis.
yeah, you get the distinct impression that this guy has been engaged in violence. But give me an intuition plus.
Don't believe it.
I'd say intuition plus. What's an appropriate thing? I'd say intuition plus medicine.
It's
Seems
just
appropriate.
2 dice.
2 dice.
Yeah.
Roll under your intuition plus medicine, please.
You mean insight?
And
I'm sorry, insight. Excuse me.
Yeah.
hold on, just making sure everything applies. Nope, nothing applies here.
Yeah, this is you're attempting to read his little peanut brain.
Both successes. It's my insight plus my medicine.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a 4 out of 16 and then a 10 out of 16.
Okay. Do you have any relevant? You don't have any relevant focuses, do you?
No, that's why I checked.
Okay.
I do have psionic studies.
He is psionic. He is just above baseline. You recognize this guy. He's the one who's been complaining about nightmares from his people he killed previously. That entire incident.
So looking inside his mind is just like looking into just a gore fest, right?
In this particular case, it looks like he was cooking up a whole bunch of sea urchins or something for some big seafood clam bake.
And in the back of the head you hear nothing that lives should move like that. We need to kill them all. This is they're not even bones in there. That's the stuff of nightmares, and the only good tentacled thing is a dead tentacled things. And I don't even look at them like I don't look. They're spiny and lobstery.
And at that point, I just turn them off.
It's just we got to kill them all.
Xenophobic psychosis.
Yeah, there you go.
Staff Sergeant, I'm going to need you to sit over there in the corner while we assess your injuries. Could you please? I'll make sure one of the nurses brings you a glass of water.
Table or something. Or?
Just sit on the table.
Yeah, you see one of your nurses comes and gives him a sedative.
Yeah, just go sit over there.
Right.
We will be with you shortly. Also, wait, is he carrying a phaser, like a sidearm, or?
That in this particular case, no. He just has that enormous cannon, the Type 2 phaser. Yes, that was all he had.
All right, so he's gone, and then I see to the rest of the patients, and then I wait for what is Commander Ithaca?
Mm-hmm.
Commander Ithaca strides into the medical bay.
Hello.
Hello, you were Commander Ithaca? I'm looking at a pad as I walk up to you, like every doctor does as I walk in the room. Excuse me, is your Commander Ithaca? So what am I seeing you here for today?
I'm here to see how the people from the planet that we just beamed up are doing.
Well, one of them, to Sass, I'm afraid she's got a pretty severe concussion, but I believe she will make a full recovery. The rest of them have some some lacerations, some bruises. We're seeing to her right now with the dermal regenerators. And then the staff sergeant is going to need to be evaluated, but we're going to get to him shortly. Were you on the planet?
I was not. I was in an escape pod.
Oh, we still need to do just a routine, just scan, make sure you're okay. So I pull out just a medical tricorder. The thing you notice about Dr. Conservative, I didn't introduce myself, Dr. Thebes, is that he looks pretty plain and nondescript. In his 30s, you do notice he has jet black eyes. So you can tell right away that he's betazoid. And he's wearing the Dr. Crusher, medical jacket. It seems weird. It doesn't seem like he would need to wear it, but I do.
Yeah. Why are you wearing female clothes? I don't get it.
It's a doctor's jacket.
Because he can.
And the pockets are full of everything.
He's the only person allowed to have pockets.
It's true. It's pretty
By
sweet.
Roddenberry.
So I just give her a quick scan with the tricorder.
Okay.
So how long were you in the escape pod?
Oh, short amount of time.
Like 2-3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Not very long.
And what vessel were you from?
The Santiago.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear about your ship.
Me too.
Well, it seems like you're okay. Looks like you can return to duty, although you'd probably have to see the captain to see where he would want to place you. Other than that, just tell the rest of your crewmates to come by sickbay.
I can do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You, just some stuff that happened between scenes. You have been talking to your crew and, the survivors, taking stock of what's going on, consoling them, stuff like that. Give me a roll. This is going to be for Jacqueline. Give me a roll of Ithaca's, let's call it presence plus command. What you're good at. 2 dice is what you need, and you want to roll under your presence plus command.
I got a 3 and I got a 16 on a 16.
Okay, so that will be 3 successes actually. Your team dynamics focus applies when you roll something you have a focus for. If you roll under your discipline, so in this case, command is a 5. So under the 5, it counts as 2 successes.
Woohoo!
A 1 always counts as 2 successes.
Okay.
A 20 always is a failure and also brings about a complication where something goes wrong. Like somebody shoots somebody's beam, somebody's comm badge right before they beam out.
Okay.
Which was what happened last session. But you have done a pretty good job of calming everybody down and saying, okay, we're safe, don't freak out. We're remember your training. The captain would want you to carry on, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Just sort of coaching them through this terrible loss of their ship.
Perfect.
And so at this point, we're going to give you an NPC person who is going to be somebody from the Santiago that you're connected to. What do you would you like a particular person to have been brought with you, another officer, or maybe just somebody who helped you out? Somebody that you ended up in the escape pod with.
Probably one of the scientists that were there who
Okay.
were studying the different things.
All right. You happen to have saved a civilian who was basically they were just placed with your ship. They weren't Starfleet. But they are a civilian. They are who was working with the science staff. They have a specialty in, extra-dimensional physics, subspace harmonics, and other sciencey sounding things relating to wormholes, which is what they thought it was until everybody got swallowed by the monster.
Exactly.
We're going to say that his name is, let's see,
Bill.
Shen.
Bill the science guy.
is Bill Shen.
Oh.
Bill Shen is quite handsome. He's American, of European and Chinese ancestry.
Okay.
He is he's also a human. Obviously, he came from Earth.
Came from Huma Prime.
Huma Prime.
Prime.
Just you never see like any other race to be like, oh, that's planet Vulcan, or that's Nova Prime or whatever.
Yeah, we're not from planet Human.
Yeah.
Well, if a cat man is like
Terra
a cat
Prime.
and a dog man is like a dog, then a human must be like a Hugh.
Right.
Nobody wants Hughs as pets, though. They have anxiety.
I don't think anybody likes Hughes in general.
Yeah.
Too much
Like
anxiety.
you.
Yeah.
And they spray everywhere.
They did it in Mass Effect. The Asari were from not Asarin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm with
All
you.
right.
There.
So,
So are we from Terra and we're humans?
Well, I
The
mean,
Terran system.
yeah. I mean, the Sol
I
system.
mean, this is Terra Prime, right? I've seen maps for Terra Prime.
well, I mean,
No.
no,
Okay.
that's
Usually that's mirror
No,
universe.
that's because
Terra-
you're from the mirror universe because you're evil.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Terra Firma?
Kata.
Technically.
Technically. All right, carry on.
All right. So anyhow,
Anywho.
yeah. Don't
Did
ignore.
you say terracotta? That just hit my brain pan. Okay, can we move on?
Let's
dear God.
ignore Kmart version of Lorca over here. Oh yeah, I said it.
That's
Hey, no,
inappropriate. Yeah,
buddy.
right there.
You're the Big Lots version at least.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
feel
cool.
bad.
All right, I better know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, but looking, give me. Okay, let's have another roll as you look over these idiots, and they're like, "What happened in this horribly failed mission?" You start to go through the logs and the initial interviews, and give me. We're going to call this insight plus command. Roll under those two stats.
Added together.
Not well, yeah.
Okay, I got 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay.
Were either of them a 20 or a 1?
No.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So looking at this is they screwed the pooch pretty bad. At the moment, it looks like the only member of the away team who's more or less cognizant is O'Neill, the pilot,
The robot.
who is, you see in the notes that he is a human, but is extensively cybernetically
Gifted.
not augmented, but rather has extensive cybernetic prostheses.
So it's just you say that like it doesn't work half the time. Like his legs just a bunch of toasters just like wired together, and
They're
But
fancy toasters.
he has-
They're from IKEA.
he's got like a little like a shark chompy thing for his left hand, and he uses that to grab things.
No, he looks
not bored.
He looks normal. They went out of their way to make his prosthetics look and function as original limbs, but he
Well,
was
gee, thanks.
And
Thanks,
I
Captain.
helped.
Thanks, Captain.
Yep, he was horribly mutilated in a terrible shuttle accident some time ago, is what the file says.
Okay. Is that O'Neill with 1 L or 2 L's?
I get the
Two.
reference.
Is there a hyphen?
Thank you. She's a keeper. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so but yeah, and so you're taken over to a bed where he is fussing as they are attempting to put a bandage on his forehead.
Well,
Which
you already gave the whole wardrobe, so we could just get into it then.
Okay.
So, okay. So I'm waking up or what?
Yeah, you're
Give me something.
Basically, you were beamed in. You were smacked around a little bit by a starfish, and a nurse is
Putting a bandage on your head.
putting a little bandage on your forehead.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's just to cover up the hypospray dermal regenerator.
You got to kiss it, make it better. Okay. So just getting treatment and then you walk over?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes, ma'am. Do I know you?
my name is Commander Itika. I understand that you were on the planet and just got beamed up. Would you like to go over what happened?
We were just on that.
It's one thing. It's not a planet. It was on an alien ship.
Alien
Yeah.
ship.
Alien ship, yeah.
Although you might not know that. You were just
all good.
briefed. Sorry.
Just thrown at it.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
No, so we were over on the alien ship, and essentially there was hundreds of these starfish-looking things. They were terrifying. No bones, no nothing, no eyes, no anything. While we were over there and just observing them in their natural habitat, looking at the ship, seeing if they meant us harm or not. Was it Rothstein? What the hell? Rosenstein started shooting at people or whatever. I felt like a couple of them were getting handsy with Fleetwood, and then the Mako guy just sort of went nuts on shooting and sort of went down to DEFCON 1, and everybody lost their minds if they had him. So, last thing I remember, we made it to the engine room. I started looking at their computer system, which freaked him out even more, and then we had to lay down more suppressive fire so we could get the hell out of there. We were beamed out, all of us except for Fleetwood. I think the Mako guy or whatnot tried to have suppressive fire to get him out of there, but couldn't. So he's still over there, and we got to find a way to get him back. That's the gist. A little foggy still, but that's the gist.
So you went there to observe, and Rosenstein is the one who did the first shot?
First shots, I don't remember. He was the one.
Wait, are you with Internal Affairs?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Is. I don't know yet.
I feel like O'Neill needs to have like his representative with him at least.
You know, we're so
want your
deep in
union rep?
space, it doesn't even
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't matter.
The only justice is like throwing you out of an airlock, right?
I'm trying to make sure I know what to tell the captain. I'm making a good impression here.
As you should. I'm not sure who
Yeah,
shot
murders
first.
men.
What's out of character? Rothstein?
Rosenstein.
Yeah, the bear Jew. Rosenstein, he was laying suppressive fire. I don't know if he shot first. I think it freaked him out that the starfish people just started feeling up on Fleetwood. That's when all hell broke loose.
They're coming out of the walls. They were coming out of the walls, and they.
These things essentially, they would be shot dead, then they would be recycled into the damn wall, and they would be revitalized, something like that. I've never seen anything like these things.
That sounds fascinating. It sounds like they're a natural part of the ship.
Well, yeah, until they're trying to kill you.
Did you anger them in some way?
No, but I saw shit get real.
Well, just saying, if they're part of the ship, the only reason they'd probably act that way is if you damaged an important part of the ship.
I don't think we damaged anything in the ship, but maybe the Mako guy might have shot first.
Oh, wait, I can read it in your mind. Do I see your thoughts?
I don't know. Do you?
Well,
do I?
Looking back through his visual memory, you do see that there was fire exchanged initially when the first little monster squiggled along the hallway. Then they all showed up and were mostly peaceful.
So just to clarify, on the original, could it aptly be described as a jump scare type moment?
There was a little bit of a jump
like
scare.
the thing went across the hallway and Rosenstein just. It was creepy and it made me jump. I twitched the trigger. It's not my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there was a spooky moment where the alien ran across the hallway. It was this black shape.
Okay, so
of made of arms.
Understandable, but did you damage part of the ship or
And
something?
then later on,
Personally, no.
you do the scan, and there was a bunch of O'Neill. Give me an insight plus command roll to see if you detect his psionic
Its entire
finger
body
in your
was
mind.
made out of arms.
Rolled a 13. I had to get a 13.
Two
or
dice, please.
Oh. One success, one failure.
Okay,
I forget what psionic studies does. Apparently, that's one thing I didn't write down.
that's just like knowledge of psionics in general.
Psionic
and
techniques.
Can I-
identify
Can
them.
I get some momentum? Because I'm determined.
Oh, well, you're. That was.
You ain't gonna mind rape me
Whoa! We're having a casual conversation in 2 dimensions.
with
okay?
your fingers in my cerebellum, you heathen. Get out.
It's not my fingers.
Oh, I
but,
thought-
it's not. Wait, no. It's,
This is why we can't have nice things, and now I need baby wipes.
No,
Thanks,
no.
asshole. Thanks.
wow.
What? You don't like baby wipes?
But
No, I
You can see both your hands.
I don't even know how to come back from that.
That's what she
that
said.
was
Just move right on.
so
I need momentum.
okay, you got one momentum.
I thought I got 3.
Well, yeah, don't bother. You're at 5 out of 6.
You're
possible.
making shit up.
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Cease this fussiness.
What?
All right.
Do I get
So
to roll?
you
Do I get to roll again?
No.
Do you want to spend momentum?
Yeah,
for
so
other
let's
di-
spend
Oh, you want to
momentum.
spend momentum. Oh, okay.
you actually gotta
Would you
say
like
to spend
one
it.
die or 2 dice?
2.
All right, so he spends 3 momentum.
Oh, dear Lord.
Roll 2 more dice.
Because why not?
You're looking at a total of a target of 3.
Because last game we almost died because we didn't have any momentum.
One more success.
Okay, you
That's
have. You feel a little bit spooky, but it might just be because the Betazoid is staring at you.
Yeah, you're creepy. Doc, you're creepy. Why are you staring at me?
All right,
What?
so
I'm just asking questions.
you see,
Okay.
you see that they subsequently were free to move around the ship. When O'Neill and Tassas attempted to scan the computer core, that is when everything freaked out and started attacking them.
Okay.
He's having trouble sorting through it all because
Shell shock.
shell shock and all that.
Okay. All right.
Plus, Josh doesn't
But yeah,
remember.
that is when they became violent. Was when an active scan was performed on the computer core. At which time O'Neill shot the computer.
You know, those things really aren't all that creepy. I mean,
They just want to hug you.
Until they're coming at you.
well, maybe they sensed you were a threat.
I thought they were a threat just by looking at me. They're creepy.
That's racism.
I don't know what race they are, so I don't think it technically fits.
I'm signing you and the staff sergeant up for a seminar later. It's mandatory that you attend it.
I'm good.
No, I'm signing you up. Doctor's orders.
For a seminar.
Okay.
In the
So,
holodeck.
I'll never eat seafood again.
so meanwhile, back on the space Hulk.
We'll just call it a
Spaceship-
Star Hulk to
Spaceship
avoid any
Starfish.
copyright
Oh, yes,
infringement.
yes. The,
Star Hulk.
The space seashell. You guys can see from the outside over the course of the next the intervening time, while the captain is preparing, precautions in case the aliens turn hostile. You can see that there is a great deal of electromagnetic interference coming from it. The pretty lights that played across its shell surface are kind of blinking haphazardly, and its hard light hologram tentacles have blinked out of existence and are sort of, the whole thing is listing to the side. It is floating erratically.
Oh, no.
So we got it off the ship?
Oh yeah, it had detached previously.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, so meanwhile, back with
Meanwhile.
Ensign Fleetwood. You are working on your you've got the isolinear chip out of your badge, and you're fitting stuff to the thing. Every now and again, the starfish will come over and want to tap out a message. Sometimes it's just gibberish. One of the we'll start when it starts to make sense.
I am sorry I hurt you. You would feel the same if you had insect in your ear canal.
An insect
What?
in your ear canal?
Oh, that went bad, didn't it? The silence is deafening.
Yeah, it begins tapping.
Tap, 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 tap.
Had buzzing in my head.
Where's your head?
It's a proper question.
You're inside it right now.
Could very well be.
Why are we whispering?
My computer core.
And it begins to tap out.
Was scanned and suddenly very bad shot in the brain.
So when it was scanned, it hurt you, and that's why you guys felt vulnerable.
Yes.
I think I understand now. Come over here. I won't leave you.
All right. The starfish like entity comes over and sits next to you. It's sort of kind of crouched over. It's got 5 of its legs hanging out the front, and the other 2 on each side are like arms. They're sort of flopped over, and it's got one leg sticking up in the middle that's like a head a little bit.
Aww.
Are there any more of you left?
No, your friend murdered us. You're from a race of jerks.
Mostly dead.
Okay. All right, so how's that SOS going?
Okay.
I'm sad now.
These are just bodies.
Oh, awesome.
I get it.
Kill all you want, we'll make more, huh?
How many did you kill?
Oh.
All of them.
Like
I am the ship.
almost of
Yeah,
all of
they're.
them.
Yeah,
Oh, we gunned down as many as we could. Like,
Yeah.
they just kept coming. We kept shooting.
Okay.
I'm going to murder you in your sleep. I'm
like,
going to...
like my phaser. I shot my phaser rifle dry.
Let the paramedics sort them out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, at that point, the last piece clicks into place, and you have the ability to contact the ship.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say to your buddy before contacting the murder bus?
If I leave, I will be back.
I am afraid.
It'll be okay. I can't help from here.
Okay. You see that the lights kind of blink, and
You murderers.
the starfish just kind of sits there.
Does it slump a little? Like,
Oh, well, the starfish is just sitting there. But the lights sort of blink twice, and sort of you think that this is some kind of direct communication with you.
Okay.
If it's blink once for yes and twice for no, hard to say, or
Right.
once for no, twice for yes, something like that. In any case, it blinks back at you directly.
and on one of the eye tentacles, a single tear. No, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're all monsters.
Pretty much. No, just me.
Monsters.
Just me.
I paired it.
It's slightly crusty.
It's okay. I'm a xenobiologist.
Yeah.
I'm a xenobiologist.
You've had much worse things like want to like be petted by you.
Klingons.
All right. Okay. So anyway, there is a one of the you're basically examining the threat from the bridge, and one of the people. It is Ensign Kelsa, the mischievous Bajoran pilot, speaks up and says, "Captain, I'm getting a radio signal from the alien vessel. It is using a Starfleet code."
Open a channel.
Okay, so it's audio only, and you can communicate.
Okay.
It says,
This is Captain Turnweather.
You Ray.
Captain Turnweather, it's Ensign Fleetwood.
Yes, Ensign. Are you okay?
I am okay. What you need to know right now is that the ship, these creatures, they form a symbiotic relationship. The ship is damaged, so the creatures are also dying. I don't believe that they meant to attack us.
Yeah, probably.
I think we did something that hurt them, and so they felt like they had to defend themselves. I don't think inherently that they're violent species. They're intelligent. They can communicate.
Did you talk with one of these creatures?
I did.
Okay.
And it told me that their computer core is damaged, and they're all dying. And that's where we are right now. I'm okay. The room that I am in has sufficient life support for now, but the ship is dying. So, not sure what to do there, but
Are you in pain? Are you in trouble? Do you need to be beamed out?
you can beam me out, and I can help if you need my help from the ship. Otherwise, I can stay until we figure something out. That's up to you, sir.
All right, hang on just a second. Captain to Commander Ithaca.
Yes, Captain, go ahead.
You've been down to Med Bay. What are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, it seems like it was kind of a who's shot who type thing.
Who shot first?
Going along the lines of Rosenstein.
Yeah.
He's a Mako officer.
Yes, but it seems that O'Neill kind of shot the middle of the computer core, which is really what set them into action.
Did I?
You shot them after they freaked
Shot
out.
the giant
but
crystal.
close enough.
Oh, it was after
whichever.
they freaked out, so
Whichever.
I didn't do it, per se.
But there is one person missing, an Ensign
Fleetwood.
Yes.
Mac.
Fleetwood has made contact with us. He says he's not injured nor in an emergency situation at the moment. Hold on just a sec, Commander. I open the channel back. Ensign Fleetwood,
Yes, sir.
if we were to send another boarding party, do you think that you could help them resuscitate the ship?
We can try, but there is a lack of oxygen in some places inside of the ship. So the computer core may be difficult to get to. I don't know if we need to scan that area to see how it's doing. But right now, all that I know is the current space that I'm at has oxygen. Some parts of the rest of the ship may not.
Okay. Can you ask them if the computer room has oxygen?
It says no.
No, it does not,
Okay.
according to them.
If we send over another away team, do you think there will be another incident?
I mean, if they feel threatened, it just depends on. We don't know their technology either.
Okay.
So if we go messing with things and hurt them even further, then
So what do you think your next steps will be?
I mean, I can continue to talk to the creature so we can get some guidance. If we do decide to try to help them, we can talk to the creature still.
Okay. Hang on just a second. I close the channel. Commander Ithaca,
Yes, sir.
were you ever on board the ship?
I was not on board the ship.
I thought, wasn't her escape pod taken on board the ship?
No. It was
Stuck on the side of it.
it was stuck to the side of it.
Oh, okay. So you were close.
I was close.
Do you? I didn't get the opportunity to ask you this before. What are your specialties? What are you best at?
Diplomacy, inspiration, team building.
Okay. I wanted to see if you were savvy enough to get a handle on the situation. I think you have. Do you think that you could possibly engage in diplomatic relations with a new species that has how many arms did they say again?
10 arms.
10 arms.
I would be glad to, sir.
Do you think anyone in the med bay is of suitable health to take with you?
No.
Commander, Captain to Dr. Thebes?
Yes, Captain. I say as I'm right next to her.
What's the status of the way up party? The away team?
Well, O'Neill seems like he's back into fighting shape. However, Rosenstein, I would not recommend go back over to the vessel.
Why?
No. He's nuts.
He is currently suffering from a psychotic break.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Is O'Neill what type of psychotic? Like,
Oh, no, just the one I've had to sedate him twice for. The usual ranting, ravings. His head is full of thoughts of murder. If he goes back over there, he's going to try to kill him again.
I just look at Dr. Thebes. I just wave. Hi.
O'Neill is in fighting shape?
Yep. There you go, Captain.
Yeah, he is.
Is he going to want to fight when he goes over there?
Nope. Won't touch him. Not any one of those arms. They're creepy.
Hold on 1 second, Captain. I just glare at you. And I'm
What are you glaring at me for?
You hear my voice in your head.
Whoa! Get out of my head!
I can read your thoughts.
Stranger danger, doctor. Isn't that unethical or something?
Not when you're broadcasting through the med bay.
You're
You
broadcasting
see
in
us
my
just
head.
staring at you. Are you actually talking out loud?
Oh, I'm talking out loud. You're in my head, asshole. Get out! Stranger danger. At least ask. Now I have space chlamydia. Thanks, asshole.
You only get that from Vulcans.
Oh, well, it was
Brennan
actually
is-
sort of pleasurable. though.
Renan
All right,
is in
cool.
his quarters just laughing.
Captain,
Yes.
I think that O'Neill is a little belligerent. I think his expertise on being on that vessel would be invaluable.
I'm good. I'm
Also,
fine.
I could serve as sort of a telepathic net to communicate with the creatures easier.
Mind screwer.
Did you say that over the channel?
Yes! You just graped my head.
O'Neill sounds like he's back to his normal self.
This is normal.
Commander Ithaca, if you could take them to transporter room 7, and we'll have you beam over to where Ensign Fleetwood is.
All right, I'll get my away kit.
Sounds good, sir.
Thank you.
Just a big briefcase. Put more stuff in the pockets of my coat.
Stay in my head.
Oh, do you put that funny thing on your forehead, the band around your head with the...
No, that's
cortical stimulator?
That is silly looking.
Oh,
that
it
is
is.
in the lower left pocket on my coat.
Okay.
All right, boys, let's go.
All right.
All right. Give me. Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta grab a gun.
No,
No gun.
There it is.
Why? This
No.
isn't a way. This is. Hold on. What is this? Focus. This is standard Starfleet protocol. Now,
He does have a point. Away missions to enemy vessels,
Yep.
or to non-friendly vessels do mandate a weapon.
And that
Okay.
wouldn't be affected
Yeah.
by doctor's
Also-
orders, would it?
yeah.
Also, another thing that you might
Dr.
consider is
Grape.
bringing somebody who can do some repair work on the vessel. I will issue you a handful of red shirt guys.
Yeah, they're taking at least 3 with them.
Yeah.
I can carry the weapon.
Okay.
Dun
There. Now you don't have a weapon.
Also, Ithaca is a trained repair specialist. Has a special award. It shows up in her Starfleet file.
It's a doctorate in
The
humbling.
vid headline tomorrow is going to be "New Commander shoots up enemies." Starts interstellar war.
I do still have that. I'm good. Let's go.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, you do. He doesn't know about that yet.
Dr. Grape.
You know, at one point, I'm going to get to use doctor's orders, and you'll respect it.
Whoa! Whoa!
be
No
awesome.
means no.
Doctor's orders.
Right.
It's a talent.
I don't care, priest. Still can't do it.
Not a.
Oh, it's too much.
You
Whoa.
need to say Catholic
Okay, so
priest.
anyhow.
Moving on.
Anywho,
All right.
moving right along.
As you guys prepare to beam over, all of the lights, flick out, except for a small spotlight over Ensign Fleetwood's little bed area where you were recovering with a starfish sitting next to you.
This is how he gets inseminated.
This is why we don't have nice things.
Truth.
Need to save power.
Okay.
I was worried it would be like, don't beam over more people, then our life support will be.
Oh,
But yeah, you guys.
we have spacesuits. We'll be fine.
You didn't say you were bringing spacesuits.
I'm going to take a spacesuit. Why would I not? Standard Starfleet protocol.
Cannot remember.
But yeah, lights are all out when you guys appear. And so that will do us for this particular episode.
So they beam into the darkness?
You beam into
Darkness.
It is utter dark.
Good movie. Into Darkness? What? No.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
USS Franklin for life. No.
And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. We thank you for listening to us as we beam into the dark. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye. Ciao, ragazzi.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlick is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.